call that painted living. It's Gucci. Living's on the chain with the meat.
Shit in my pants. Let's go just make box mama get you. I'm gonna rub on my ass on the grass hang. Come on.
Go in the house. Go in the house.
Yo.
Go in the house.
Know how I'm gonna do it. You already know how I'm gonna give it to you. You already know I'm gonna give you the hottest, classified documentations. Cause right now we have Sauce Walka in the news, and Sauce Walka in the news. He's a soul taker, and everybody's talking about the situation that happened in Memphis about Sauce Walka. He's a gang member. He's a blood, and everybody's talking about the situation about his friend getting shot right beside him. His friend. Who he's with. He's a spooky ghoul. He's a dead man, and everybody's talking about the documentations right now about Sauce Walka. The MPD is talking about this. Fox News is talking about this. Your favorite baby daddy's talking about this documentation about this shootout that happened in Memphis, and everybody's talking about the situation right now. Everybody got their ears to the streets, got their eyes out, trying to figure out what Sauce Walka was doing, out in the streets, getting shot, because he just got shot in his pinky, and he's okay, and he's like, I don't give a fuck, pushing encrypted Instagram posts, and everybody talking about the FBI is looking at it, so I'm looking at it, so I'm in the lab, you're in the lab, we're in the lab together. Let me put the Sauce Walka documentation for you. Let me pull it up. www.H-Town Treetop 95 Pyru Blood 943,000 California, Houston, Texas, Spring.
Go in the house.
Sauce Walka is in the news right now because he just got done getting shot in the pinky, and he's trying to be saying like, ain't shit wrong with me, I'm good, but the shootout tells a little bit different. This guy got shot, he's a spooky ghoul, a spooky goblin, he's dead. Everybody's talking about the situation that he ran off with some money, so he's in the grave right now, with the money, and everybody's talking about what the fuck is going on in Memphis right now. They got the cameras up, they see the shit, they don't tell shit, and everybody's talking about the situation about Sauce Walka, walking away with just a grazed bullet wound. Everybody's talking about the situation right now. Sauce Walka, he get back on Instagram. He's right by the dead body. He blood walking and stuff like that. All the bloods is kind of cheering for him. Everybody in Houston, they celebrate him. They love him. He's somebody iconic. He's a Treetop Blood. Everybody's talking about the documentation about Sauce Walka. Sauce Walka was walking down the street, getting high, fucking with bitches and shit like that. And his rappy, his guy that he was kicking it with, something came up, and everybody was like, boom, boom, bow, 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 shit.
Go in the house.
So then he got shot in the ass. I know, right? So it's a closed casket for the man. He's a dead man. But all the bloods is okay. Shit's kind of crazy because this is Memphis. Everybody's talking about the fact that the bloods is losing in Memphis and stuff like that. Dolph is winning in Memphis and shit like that. So it's kind of ironic that they let Sauce Walka walk away. With just a graze, and let his man be a spooky ghoul, a spooky goblin. So he's dead. With the money in the casket, and everybody's like, what the fuck? How are we gonna get this money out of this account? And everybody's talking about the situation. Some people saying that it's a life insurance policy. So all the bloods in the hood, they about to get the money. Get a bag. And everybody's talking about the situation right now because he's still in trying to get revived and shit like that. But they try to pull the cord and shit like that. And Sauce Walka like, no, fuck that nigga, because we better get this life insurance. And everybody talking about the situation that Sauce Walka now he going to Johnny Dang for some new teeth. I know, right? It's just all crazy going on right now. Everybody talking about the Sauce Walka documentations right now. He's living away. He's just limping away. And everybody's like, why the fuck are you limping away? And this nigga got a head wound. And everybody's talking about this head wound that the man became the spooky ghoul, the spooky goblin, because you know when the bullet hits your head and shit like that, the shit explodes, and then you can't live. You can't please my cash app, because you know about documentations that you getting is unclassified, so you don't have to worry about no spooky ghouls, spooky goblins coming in your bedroom saying, "Hey, I got this money. What the fuck?"
Go in the house.
Can you please like and share and subscribe to this documentation? We got Sauce Walker with just a bullet wound, and this guy, he's a spooky ghoul, spooky goblin. What's your views?